What up, guys? I am back with another video. Review episode 71 of Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush. I read the bit of the manga today. A bit. Haven't gone that far. I'm going out to Mako, who's actually has a different name in Japan. You know, his first name is Mako. And again, doesn't have to be, I don't know what I am originally from, okay? And yeah, seeing what's different in the original manga, it's interesting. But maybe I should talk more about the manga when I finish it. I was planning to watch Yu-Gi-Oh! Today, but can't as late. I mean, I can still watch a bit of it, yes, but you know, I can still watch a bit of it. So, yeah, remember my last video when I talked about Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush? How I said just the battles don't feel threatening anymore. Like, you just tone it down just for a kids show. But why kind of kids show doesn't have a big true threat that could end life? Again, no, it's kids, so that's no excuse. Like, I don't know. Pegasus felt threatening. Like Duke Urban felt threatening. Marek was threatening. And Yami Bakura, they were all threatening villains of the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime and manga. Even the filler villains are kind of threatening. So, I'm just saying, none of the duels feel threatening. They can have fun duels once in a while, yes, that's not what I'm talking about. Like, think about past Yu-Gi-Oh! Series. At least they had a certain type of life threatening but out in their duels. Like, even though they have regular duels, but there's stuff that can actually threaten them properly. And just some weird, ridiculous stuff. Oh well. Oh, I'm not complaining. Let's just get into the review. So the episode continues where we left off. Julius doing in the man behind this whole thing, whose name I forgot. Zion. I'm gonna say Zion from now on. Who was on himself the Providence. They brought back that interesting mystery. And it seems like this guy was not the main threat of the arc. Oh yeah. So, yeah, I get it. Which is good, because he didn't really feel that threatening. So I'm glad he wasn't the main antagonist. At least Suijo felt like a threatening villain when he was. Like, he obviously felt like a threatening villain. So I'll give credit to Yu-Gi-Oh! For that. Otis was also a threatening villain when he was revealed to be one. Now, I suspected that only under the Goha siblings arc, they were planning to do more. And they didn't have the arc longer. They had and Karas get rematches against the one duels they lost to. Aiden, that's a little player. You can watch the English dub of Sevens in the UK on Sky Kids. So yeah, I do plan to cover the English dub someday. I want to rewatch the entirety of Sevens for a time review. In a complete review. I may do it with One Piece when it ends in a few years. So yeah. Anyway, Zion stops the duel for a minute to tell Bert about his past. And well, it's alright. He ran as you know, he ran a company on another planet. His business is doing pretty well. But a lot of setbacks happen, causing the bank to stop loaning him, stop giving him loans. It was only until he found a gear, which is by the Kamijo company, Luke's family. So, alright, honestly, the final episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Gold Rush will be an epilogue to the end of the Sevens. Because they gotta expand more on that. Who knows, maybe the next Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime, if it is a Rush Duel series, will be the future of Yu-Gi-Oh! Of the Rush Duel series. Set in the future, not the past. So, a proper sequel, then a type of mid prequel slash sequel, kind of. Of course, it's tiny a prequel, except for the fact that Yu-Gi-Oh! Traveled back in time. I wish he was around more. He would definitely love participating in this tournament. Damn it, always goes flat. Ugh. Excuse me a bit. Sorry about that. I got tipped on Cocoa because it gone off. I hate that. Like when you have a bottle of Coke, right? You leave it for a bit, even when it's unopened. Just not too long, right? Yet it still goes on. It still tastes bad. Doesn't taste good. If you leave it for a little bit. I don't know why. Like, I have no freaking clue why. And it's after you... And it just has to happen after you open it or something. After a few minutes, it starts to go off. That is very annoying. Maybe, I don't think it's the sun, but these cans, I still got cans here, are easier because they don't go off easily, quicker, not quick. Alright, okay. Anyway. Damn shit. So, anyway. So, yeah. Nike helped get the company step forward. And so, the problem, so Zion signed a contract to come into a group. Well, you already know the story. They're too proud of their work. Because of the quality, they didn't want that much. Because they set that low price. So, basically no deal. Which has Zion off. Really made him mad. Then, Great Kinotaro, the Lug, throws over the entire place. So he used the opportunity to join the Lug's ranks. And find a way so he can bring back his store. He spent 100 years with the Lug. But after the Lug was defeated by Udius, the Lug changed his brothers. Changed his brother. Changed what he's doing. And help free everyone's frozen and free the entire planet. And free Zion's home planet and the store after 100 years. Everyone's free. So he separated. But business didn't start to do. So the shop became pretty obscure after 100 years, which really frustrated him. And then, he accidentally swallowed the gear, asked for water from his assistant, from one of the workers. And little detail, this character, right? She, well, YouTuber Dylan from Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything, talked about this character recently, how she appears a lot of times in the series. Like, you should go check it out if you want more detail on it. It's a good video and lot. There's honestly a question about that character since she gets a lot of focus on some stories. We don't even know who she is. She appeared in the first ending before she even made her appearance. The whole cat fiasco. It's weird, isn't it? So she might be revealed to be a spy, similar to the the cousin of Rina Minosuke. I can't remember their names properly, okay? You know, Ramon's descendants. Their cousin, Nanahoshi. Nana, whatever her name was. Yeah. New Yuga's kid. And Yuga has a fear of bugs, which he still has in Set Go Rush. That's why he agreed to sue in the first place. So he wouldn't be scared of bloody bugs. That's kind of hilarious. Well, you know, definitely gonna be a little heartbroken about Yuga. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I think I get something now. The Goha siblings. One of them, don't forget, was Goha Yuga. Don't forget that. I wonder if he was named after Yuga himself. Most people document that's very old from their ancestors. Like, why have you not actually written about Yuga in the past? But never knew his last name. You know, probably never knew his last name. And so, they've just been passed down for generations, and eventually passed down the Goha Yuga, an antagonist of the 6th arc. Who's going to be at the end of the 6th arc, who's going to be one throughout the 7th arc, if the series didn't get cancelled after 92 episodes. So they rushed the final arc, which is very sad. You can tell he was set up to be a great villain. I don't know, Epic was just pushed out of the way for a crappy cop-out, which wasn't really their fault. Like, reception's trying to pick up a Go Rush later on. Mostly got cancelled due to COVID. Why not just put the anime on a bit of a hiatus for them? Like they did with, like, just put the anime on a bit of a hiatus. You could have done that for a bit. And the ratings wouldn't suffer much. And then brought the series back, was COVID started to die down in around 2021. Then, if it continued on, it might have ended this year. You know, instead of being replaced by Go Rush a month later. Anyway, after turning his assistant girl into a table, I think, someone like Gia gave him powers to turn people into furniture. I don't know how. So, since he blamed the Luke and the Kamijo company for everything that's happened, when he reunites with the Luke, he turns him into that chair and sends him to the Kamijo company house as a sign, as a warning. So, yeah. So, I have a warning. Ideas. So yeah, at least you were questioning that's power, similar, kind of similar like how people are turning to cards. Is he somehow connect? Is that gear somehow connected to the pendulum, to that pedestal? That's a good question. That's a really good question. That's a very interesting mystery. Like we didn't, Seven's never. Most likely Seven was planning to solve the mystery of the pendulum of the pedestal, but I couldn't because it's Rush Final Arc. So now Go Rush is picking up the pieces. What Seven's story wanted to tell, and having the series being sold. I really like it if Yuga stuck around a little more, but obviously didn't want to outshine Udius, says he's our protagonist, the first non-human Yu-Gi-Oh protagonist. So I actually want to see a female protagonist in Yu-Gi-Oh, like it did with, like Rocky did with JoJo in 2000s, back in the 2000s, with Stone Ocean, which is getting its first volume released pretty soon, actually. Yeah, the first English volume release of Stone Ocean is coming pretty soon. Even though the manga on the Shonen Jump app is being translated only up into its chapter 80 something, still got a long way to go though before it concludes. But probably once it's done on the Shonen Jump app, we'll probably get Steel Run's English official English translation. And our fans will be pretty excited for. And I probably won't be able to read Jump part 9 then. Probably won't be able to read part 9. So, I don't know about it. I do want to read part 9, but sure, I could just start with go read part 7 now. You know, since this is a new timeline. That's how I could do that. And I can still continue reading the previous JoJo parts in order too. That's not a bad idea. I don't know why I don't. I may think about it. So anyway, so yeah. So you just will never forget that, and the duel continues. You used to struggle against him. If Zion summoned 3 of his ace monster, 3 versions of his ace monster. Uses in the pickle, but after drawing a card, one of the cards he drew had the name Dark Dwarf. Similar name to the Dark Draco card Yumu had during her duel Udius a while back. You decides to use it to win. Epoch's definitely afraid of that card after what happened with Yumu. The Udius will never let himself be controlled by the darkness. After using it, he breaks that darkness control. And uses it to win the duel. The problem is to Zion is actually taught a lesson, and after the duel ends, he apologizes for all he's done. You make it right to fix things and do some new things. He asks if Udius is okay since that card, but Udius is fine. And Udius mentions the card disappeared from his deck soon after. Just what the hell is that? What the hell is going on? This is a very good mystery. I like the mysteries the series is having. It keeps it very interesting. I'm curious to know what they're going to solve, but we're still early on in the arc. Like, this is episode 71, and the arc's on episode 65. So we're 6 episodes in the arc. So that means we have another 6 or 7 episodes to go. Anyway, and the time to qualify for the tournament is now over. Seems like Udius has not participated. That turns out, Zion was actually in the tournament himself. And Udius to beat him allowed him to qualify. So yeah. Epoch seems really scared of the green glow. Like she somehow knows about it or something. Maybe. Oh god, I think too hard. Who knows? Who knows? I'm curious to know, but we'll probably find out. Like I said, I never said I hated Go Rush or the Rush Duel series. I'm just saying the threats are not that good because they don't feel threatening. They don't feel like actual threats to the story. But I like the characters. I love Rush Duel is pretty cool. Makes you really interested in playing it. Like, only the West still has the Master Duel system, and Rush Duels only came out and the English dub series only came out quite a few months ago, actually. So I don't know what that was taking so long to release the cards. Yeah, I'm gonna be posting a short on my game channel that I'm gonna mention here. Since Sevens is coming to Duel Links, that means the Rush Duels are gonna be in the game for the first time. It'd be cool seeing Seven's characters play Master Duel and Master Duel characters playing Rush Duel. It makes sense they having Sevens this year. Even though they could have just created Duel Links 2 for the Rush Duel series. Like, you could just create a sequel called Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links 2 The Battle of the Rush. Or something like that. Well, no, they decided to incorporate it into the series, into the game. That's interesting. I not played the Nintendo Switch exclusive, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist Yu-Gi-Oh! Game, the August on the Rush Duel series. But we're gonna hit the English dub cast with price their votes for the game. So, like most of the cast, like for Zexo or Archive, they mostly have different voice actors for some of the characters. Like Yuma and Yuya have different voice actors than the one in the animes. So yeah. Anyway, so about this video. So, are you guys watching? Enjoy my content? Please hit the thumbs up button. Want to see more? Subscribe to the channel. Hit notification bell. The all videos that comes out in the future. And I'll see you all later for One Piece. I'm planning to watch the Orange Town arc in a bit. Again, thank you. I'll see you all next time. Keep Phoenix out.